We're here quickly to clear up some more misinformation that's being spread by many supporters, not just Danelle, not just Hopkins, not just Mr. Prater. This is misinformation. I was trying to look for the complete true bill that was sent over to Darlie Routier. I can't find a copy of it, but I will get a copy of it. What was she indicted on? Even Danelle tells us that these grand jury indictment hearings are hush hush, silent, secret. You can't get a transcript of what was spoken inside of the grand juries as they're deciding to give a true bill to someone. You cannot get the transcripts like you can in a court trial. They're closed to the public. So no one knows what was said during the transcript hearings for Darlie's case that shows what the selling points were. They keep saying, well, she was indicted on the hair. She was indicted on the hair, and there's another thing they say she was indicted on. The hair and the fiber of the knife or something. But at any rate, I'm going to show you right now exactly what she was indicted on. It had nothing to do with the hair, had nothing to do with a window screen, had nothing to do with a knife. This is what she was indicted on. About the 6th day of June, A.D. 1996, in the county of Dallas, and said state did lawfully and then there intentionally and knowingly caused the death of Damon Christian Routier. That's what she was indicted on. That's what the true bill says. There was no specific thing. Like, they could very well say that she was indicted based on the hair that was in the screen that did not belong to Darlie. But that doesn't mean the indictment goes away. And it also doesn't mean that the other facts in the case that were used to convict Darlie go away either. That doesn't mean those facts that she actually did that goes away just because the prosecution came back and said, okay, we were wrong. That hair's not hers. But the 17 changing stories were not the Rowlett police officer that left the hair in the screen. Those weren't her stories. The thing that got written in the journal shortly before Darlie killed them, Sarah, the officer didn't write that either. The officer didn't try to sell her jewelry for $10,000 the night before. The officer didn't do all that. Darlie still did all that. Those facts are still there. And it was those facts. Nobody said, well, you're guilty because of that hair. There are some facts that the defense could defeat, but in the end, it's the preponderance of the evidence that convicts someone. So it matters not why they were indicted, even though we know that they said, well, her hair was caught in that tape, so let's indict her. No, we don't know that. We don't know why they chose to indict her, but we do know that they were correct because the jury of her peers in the court of law for 27 years has upheld their reasons. So you got to stop with, well, they only indicted her on this. Because you don't know. And I would challenge any supporter to show us exactly what they indicted her on, just like I did right here with you. Because this is all you're going to be able to show. You can't get any transcript from the proceedings inside of a grand jury. It's not public information. So how'd you get it? Right? You're making up assumptions again. Stop making shit up. I'm not as dumb as I look. Trust me. Justice for Devin and Damon Routier.